guess we're all just little kids at heart. Came a long way from sipping spirits in the park. We're just DIY kids, we've always done it ourselves. Yeah, we stuck up in this gutter but still running this world. It's like everybody else is trying to eat off our plates. Reel them in, keep them close till they reach for the bait. Then we snap and take it back because it's ours to take. And yeah, we made it all ourselves so we deserve the break. And looking back, the teachers always said we'll go get us. We chase a dream because we've never really known better. We're broke as anything but still just trying to make it work. They tried to tarnish our image but we just wipe away the dirt. Cause everybody's trying to find a diamond in the rubble. While they're busy doing that, we're all grinding on a hustle. We came from the bottom and now we all ride big. And we done it all ourselves cause we're DIY kids. We're DIY KIDs. If you wanna be heard, come and say your piece. We're DIY KIDs. If you do it your way, come and take my lead. We're DIY KIDs. If you wanna be heard, come and say your piece. We're DIY KIDs. If you do it your way, come and take my lead. We wear hand-me-down clothes cause we're saving the peace. We put our money in our plans cause we wanna succeed. Never had a silver spoon, we've always done it without. And when they see us doing well, they start running their mouth. It's like rumors come and go, but people stay for life. Most do, but some people try to waste your time. Cause when you've come so damn far, they try to take your shine. That's why I keep my circle tight, it's just a state of mind. Me and my dreamers coming straight out of Great Britain. The generation is just trying to make a great difference. We stay winning cause we stay driven. It's like we're all just different kids but with the same vision. Cause everybody's trying to find a diamond in the rubble. While they're busy doing that, we're all grinding on a hustle. We came from the bottom and now we all ride big. And we done it all ourselves cause we're DIY kids. We're DIY KIDs. If you wanna be heard, come and say your piece. We're DIY KIDs. If you do it your way, come and take my lead. We're DIY KIDs. If you wanna be heard, come and say your piece. We're DIY KIDs. If you do it your way, come and take my lead. Don't focus on the streets, we just focus on the grind. They provoke us to notice that we just focus all the time. And down with regulations, but the only rule is work. Believe me when I tell you that we're flying with the birds. We're doing what we love, soon the peas are coming with it. We don't care about the money, we just live it how we live it. Anybody tells you different, we'll just play them out the park. Success is our revenge, we always make it from the heart. We're always motivated by the things we never had. What's the do without a reach and what's the goal without a plan? When we got a vision, yeah, you know we make it happen. And even under pressure, we can recognize a pattern. Cause everybody's trying to find a diamond in the rubble. While they're busy doing that, we're grinding on a hustle. We came from the bottom and now we all ride big. And we done it all ourselves cause we're DIY kids. We're DIY KIDs. If you wanna be heard, come and say your piece. We're DIY KIDs. If you do it your way, come and take my lead. We're DIY KIDs. If you wanna be heard, come and say your piece. We're DIY KIDs. If you do it your way, come and take my lead. We're DIY KIDs. If you wanna be heard, come and say your piece. We're DIY KIDs. If you do it your way, come and take my lead. I guess we're all just little kids at heart. Came a long way from sipping spirits in the park. We just DIY kids, we've always done it ourselves. Yeah, we stuck up in this gutter but still running this world. It's like everybody else is trying to eat off our plates. Reel them in, keep them close till they reach for the bait. Then we snap and take it back because it's ours to take. And yeah, we made it all ourselves so we deserve the break. And looking back, the teachers always said we'll go get us. We chase a dream because we've never really known better. We're broke as anything but still just trying to make it work. They tried to tarnish our image but we just wipe away the dirt. Cause everybody's trying to find a diamond in the rubble. While they're busy doing that, we're all grinding on a hustle. We came from the bottom and now we all ride big. And we done it all ourselves cause we're DIY kids. We're DIY KIDs. If you wanna be heard, come and say your piece. We're DIY KIDs. If you do it your way, come and take my lead. We're DIY KIDs. If you wanna be heard, come and say your piece. We're DIY KIDs. If you do it your way, come and take my lead. We wear hand-me-down clothes cause we're saving the peace. We put our money in our plans cause we wanna succeed. Never had a silver spoon, we've always done it without. And when they see us doing well, they start running their mouth. It's like rumors come and go, but people stay for life. Most do, but some people try to waste your time. Cause when you've come so damn far, they try to take your shine. That's why I keep my circle tight, it's just a state of mind. Me and my dreamers coming straight out of Great Britain. The generation is just trying to make a great difference. We stay winning cause we stay driven. It's like we're all just different kids.
Hi guys, let me get the chat out. So it seems like I forgot to mute my mic. So if I was chatting shite to myself and you lot was wondering what I'm talking about, I apologise for that now. So let me see what docs I've got. Let's get the chat doc up. There we go, there we go, there we go. Nice, select stream, that one. Nice. Yeah man. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Is everything nice? Is everything clear? Is everything good? Could only hear you, Kettle. He's a loud boy, not gonna lie, but my copper has been made, my guy. My copper has been made. So how are you, Shane? How are you, Brogan? How are you, anybody else that might be inside right now? That light is a bit bright. It's making me look like I'm tanned or something. I'm looking kind of, looking like I've been sun-kissed, yo. But I can assure you, I have been nowhere near any sun, and I never will. That'll do. So yeah, man, what's going on? You good, Brogan? Good, glad. Just finished work. It's always good to just finish work, innit? It's always good to just finish work. You got work tomorrow? Have you got that looming over you? And what are you lads vaping on this evening? Oh, this whole thing might be, this whole stream might be a fail. No, it's not a fail. I've brought my toolkit. I can re-wick. That's fine. Thought I forgot. That would have been awkward. So we'll start this evening's proceedings with some testing of previous mixes. But yeah, man, what are you guys vaping on this evening? I'll let you know right now. Man's got a Slim Pro 1 because I lost my Pro 2 and my next Slim. And this still works, so I'm going to use this to death before I replace it for a next Slim. But a Slim Pro 1. Charging in the bedroom right now, I have the Slim Pro SQ2. Oh, the fan is kicking. Oh, Finny, whoa, boy, calm down, Lappy. Oh, yes, and on Saturday. Well, I'm at work on Saturday, so I'll spare you a thought while I'm at work, mate. Yeah, and in this, I have got, and you're not going to like this, but I actually am vaping a Blue Raz Lemonade right now. And it's one of the, what is likely to be the e-cig shop Nick Salt's Blue Raz Lemonade, because we're doing a range of, well, we're not doing it. I'm not going to lie, we're just white labeling it. Some other company's going to make it. We're going to slap our labels on them, so we haven't got to fuck about with all the TPD nonsense and all that jazz. Just to get some Nick Salts in 510s and 20s, and I'm just testing the flavors so I know which ones I like and I'm able to talk about them, even though none of them are sort of flavors that I would go for because they're all your typical disposable type flavors. I need to know what they taste like in it if I'm going to try and sell them well, and I like to do my job well. So yeah, I'm trying that in this, but I do have and you know what? Prior to that, I was vaping this, which is the Mr. Blue, the new text disposer light concentrate. And again, I can't say I like it, but I can't say I like any Mr. Blue, and the stuff sells. So yeah, what do I know? I've got my stubby, and in my stubby, I have some of the. Is it still there? Haven't used it all day. Yes, it's the. Impeachment, OG impeachment. I've got going off in there, and that's all I've got on me right now. What's this in my pocket? That is a lighter. I'm not setting fire to anything, so I don't need that. You can go in the drawer. Yeah, that's all I've got on me. And right here, which I found in my bag, which I thought I lost, and I'm very happy I've still got just that much of it left, is the Pineapple Blitz from Dripax. That is lovely stuff, and I'm still feeling very bright. Is it bright, guys? Is it bright? Is that better? Back there, yeah? Back there. I still look like I've been tanned. I look like I'm tanned, don't I? I've caught the sun or something. What's going on? Forged Pritchell, you got a Tallow RDA, an Argus XT, some Morio V2. Yes, brother. I don't know if we are missing one ingredient to mix up another batch of that, but that is going to be a full-on fledged, like, people have been loving that stuff. And quite rightly so. Forged Pritchell and the Falca. Which one is Pritchell? I can't remember which flavors or which names, but there's only one of them I haven't tried yet, which is the one I want to try the most. I've been saving it till last. It's the Blue Raz Ice Cream Lime one. Yeah, I need to try that one. The sweet candy. The strawberry cherry one, is it? Or something like that. Strawberry cherry plum. Like candy. Chew. I can't remember. They're all good stuff anyway, man. They know what they're doing over there. While I was waiting for you guys to answer that, let's put some music on. That's what seems a bit weird, isn't it? There's no tunes, lads. There's no tunes. So, is my speaker on? My speaker is on. Let's put on... Let's just go with the drum and bass playlist. It keeps me pumping. It keeps me going. Let's get the vibes a blowing. Just do that. And then turn him up a bit. How's that? Is that good? Is that good for you guys, yeah? Nice. Nice. Right, so I'm going to do a rewick. And then, what should I start with testing? You know what? I'm going to start with the mixing game one from the first live stream. So if anybody was watching that then and isn't watching it now, then it's your own fault for missing out on how it turned out, innit? But Shane, you was here, no doubt, weren't you, bro? I mean, you was here last time, weren't you? I bet you was. You're my guy, mate. The guy I can depend upon when I need some interaction on the interwebs, mate. You're always there. My guy. Always. Long time, yeah. I hate that. Can you hear that crackling? Oh, you know what? I've got to wait. No. I'm going to have to rinse it. It had coffee on it last time, didn't it? I'm going to have to rinse it. 1 second. Long time. Right. Smelling more neutral now. I'm going to have to go rinse off the top cap as well, obviously, because that's that coffee flavouring in it as well. I'll do that now because I need it to take the bottom base. Run. Calm down. All the ways, mate. How's the missus, Shane? How's she doing? Right, let's dry him off. Doesn't smell like coffee anymore. Good old water-soluble e-liquid. We love it. So let's dry him off because that was wet. Good, far less coffee-like, which is what we need. Now, I should probably pull up the recipe as well. Still good, mate. Waiting on the next CT scan. Good, glad to hear it, my brother. Glad to hear it. Right now, I need eliquidrecipes.com. Have either of you, or anybody else watching, sorry, not to disclude anybody, how many of you guys have got ELR accounts? Let's go to my recipes. Let's pop out this window in case I need it. And what would we call it? Dreads Vanilla Fruit Ting. I want to say it was John Paul Glasgow. You don't have an ELR. Do you have any interest in making e-liquid from recipes, or are you just going to be a one-shot kind of guy, or are you just not bothered about DIY? Well, you obviously one-shot because you've got Morio, but would you be ever interested in like trying to develop your own flavors? You got one for when you get a mix on, yeah. Have you not tried to create any recipes yet? You want to try mixing? Well, you know how to mix up from one-shots, and mixing is essentially all you're doing is mixing up one-shots, like loads of one-shots at lower amounts, but they're not one-shots, they're single flavors. So if you know how to do a one-shot, you know how to do a single flavor. There's just maybe 1 or 2 extra steps of maths because there's multiple flavors. But if you use ELR, then you just put in the flavors you want to use are the percentages, and jungle this shit up. What do you mean? Jungly? What are you saying, bro? Who doesn't like a bit of jungle? You better not be out here dissing jungle. What's going on, Graham? What's going on, brother? You better not be out here dissing jungle, whoever e-cig. Got a sweet blueberry something, that's not too bad. Alright. Well, if you ever come up with anything nice, that you think is nice at least anyway, send me some. I'll cover postage. I'm always interested in trying people's mixes. But the only people that send me mixes now are people that like know how to mix. Which makes sense, but these are like people that have been mixing for years and whatever. And nothing new and exciting. Yeah, I'm listening to. Oh, I thought you said like jungle this shit up. Right, okay. I thought you was like insulting some jungle music. Sorry. Then it's all good. Welcome in. Was it e-cig? Is that how you say it? e-cig? Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. Welcome. If you like any of the music that I'm playing this evening, then you can listen to it yourself because it's one of my public playlists on Spotify. And I must say, when it comes to selecting the tunes, I am the guy. It's not much to be proud of. It's not like I'm making the music. It's not like I'm blending it together like a DJ. I'm just got a good ear for good music, innit? But there is a whole bunch of drum bass, very little dubstep, little bit of a jump up, a little bit of the rollers and stuff. But mostly jungle, mostly liquid drum and bass, man. Right, so there we go. Right, we're vaping, ladies. We're vaping now. Let's get this done, ladies and gentlemen. I should have said. All right. Okay. So it has now been what? 2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks since we made this recipe, and let me pull the recipe up so you guys can share in it. I want that one. That one. Okay. So there's the recipe for any of you guys that wanted to see it. We can now discuss it as I vape it. There's the 14. So we have got Capella Cream and Vanilla in at 2.5%, Capella Double Apple at 3%, we've got Mixology Neo Sweet at 0.5%, we've got Pineapple Fresh from the Flavor Smiths at 2%, we've got Sweet Strawberry Reduced Flashpoint from Capella at 4%, and then Vanilla Bean Ice Cream Extra from the Flavor Smiths at 3%. Very dense. Very dense. Like a thick vape, if that makes sense. It's not very juicy. It's not overly creamy either, I'll be honest with you. It's almost like a imagine cheesecake filling that has been unsweetened. Does that make sense? If I said to you cheesecake filling, like dense cheesecake filling, sort of stuff that like it's just dense and thick, yeah? Dense and thick. It's a slow cutter. No crust, no fruit sauce or Kool-Aid or whatever you call it on there. All it is the filling, and it's not very sweet. That's what this tastes like. I'm not getting any of the fruits come through at all. It's been 2 weeks. So the fruits, if they were going to be present, would be present now. Because if anything, after 2 weeks, the creams and the vanillas are only going to get stronger. I need to create some more space back here, man. My laptop keeps screaming at me, bro. He's not happy at me today for some reason. Right, yeah. So It's sweet enough for me with the 0.5 neotame that I can vape this level of sweetness all day long. But if I was to release this flavour, I'd probably up the sweetener or add something to add a bit of sweetness to it. But more importantly than the sweetness to me would be to try and fix the lack of fruit and the lack of juiciness, if that makes sense. It's almost dry, if that makes sense. It's like a dry vanilla cream is all it is right now. So yeah, what's going on, Leander? Thank you very much for stopping by. I'm okay, you know. I'm just trying to find a silver lining with this mix that we came up with last time, but I don't think it is. I don't think it is. It's gonna happen. Yeah. If I take a big hit, ooh, let me get rid of the recipe. So that was the recipe. I'll get rid of that off the screen now. So if I was to actually be remixing that or trying to make it better, I'd lower the creams. Not so much, I'd lower the ice cream. The vanilla bean ice cream extra from TFS is what I think is causing that dryness there. So I'd lower that, maybe even just half it, and then look to ever so slightly increase the fruits and maybe slightly increase the sweetener. Then remix it. I don't think it would be spot on at that point, but I'd be able to taste better at that point where to go from there. But right now, there's not much going on other than like thick, unsweetened, mild vanilla cream. But what I'm gonna do with that, that's going in this tub. And then once this tub is like nearly full, somebody can have them. Somebody can have them. So we'll play another mixing game at the end of this stream, and come back and test that flavour on the stream following this one, and just keep it rolling like that. Every stream we'll try and do it, innit? Yes, Ian, my guy. I chose Thursday this week. I didn't want to infringe on your Tuesdays. So some weeks I'll do a Tuesday, mate. And other weeks I'll try and do other days. I'm just going to keep mixing up the days of the week I do this, just so it's fair on everybody. But I could never do a Wednesday because that's the DIY e-liquid show, the UK DIY e-liquid mixing show's time slot, and I don't want to step on their toes because they're lovely people over there and part of the same scene. I'm not going to do a Saturday because I can't really compete with the show, the Saturday show, when I sponsor the show. That's just not a good look for me, is it really? So yeah, I'll try and avoid Tuesdays when I can. But thanks for stopping by, guys. Thanks for stopping by. And if they're still in, can everybody say hello to new subscriber K's Licks, who's a jungle fan. Hey, K's Licks, if you're still here, bro, got some jungle for your head top right now. While I re-rig this one. Jungle for your head top. Jungle for your head top. Oh, look at you guys. You actually said hello. That's nice. I was live last night as it was a twin's birthday. We went out for a meal. Oh, nice. What did you do? Where did you go? What did you eat? Hopefully no animals, no meat. Yeah. Oh, you guys are so nice. I mean, they're probably not even here now. They're probably not even here. It's not very often we get a new person around. Yes, Lisa. What a guan. What a guan, Lisa. How are you, Lisa? And anybody that's joined us, so that's you, Leander, that's you, Lisa, that's you, Ian. Let us know what you're vaping on, just for a bit of market research. Hardware and wetware. Are you ready? Are you ready? This is where it gets good. Ready? Boy. Right, so that was let me turn this down a bit, it's distracting. Lots of meat-based products. Nice. Wingwa. I can't fault you, mate. Like, I can't fault you. I do eat chicken now, once every couple of weeks, maybe. So, and yes, Graham, it's one of the greatest tunes ever. So, next thing we're doing, we've tried the mixing game flavor from a couple weeks ago. So, we'll do another one later. It didn't turn out too great for those of you who wasn't here to catch how that went. It wasn't terrible. Like, I could vape it, I just wouldn't choose to vape it. It's not something that I just couldn't tolerate. It's just that it would never something I'd want to vape. So what I've got next is the Zen flavour. Still trying to come up with a strawberry-based flavour for Zen. Let me go back to my recipes and see what the recipe for this one is. My recipes. Lady Liberty. Do you know what? I do need to give the DJing thing a go. I'm very good at selecting music that people seem to like. I did get a DDJ set before I went to Australia, but I took it to Australia with me and gave it to my brother when I was in Australia. He was going to teach me how to mix vinyls, and I was going to teach him how to use one of those things, the DDJs or whatever you call them. But I just never really got into it. I like to rap, I like to produce music, and I thought, you know what, let me try DJing as well. Let me see if I can be not very good at 3 things musically. And I just never got around to it. Alright, so Zen. This is Zen Second Flavor version 3 is what we're doing. Hardcore style at free parties, they're the ones, man. Using the Bishop 2 RTA with the real one custard. I battered those 2 bottles, thank you very much. Both of those 2 bottles have now finished, but I'm using a tank that can hold, I want to say it's like 8 mils of juice. So like most of it went in like on square, and I'm using it on a mech as well with a 0.10 build. So it got drank up, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. Thank you so much. I can now die easy knowing that I finally tried your Rioan's custard. Yeah. This is the one in it, version 3. So wasn't having much luck with the second flavour for Zen being strawberry alone. So I thought, okay, let me add something in. So I thought I'd do strawberry and cherry. So I've got the version 3 of the strawberry and cherry here. I'm not even going to bother showing you the recipe because the concentrates I'm using you guys won't have access to because they're not available to buy anywhere, because I just know people, you get me? Yeah, it's who you know, you get me? Right. Let me get the other ones out as well, just to do a bit of a comparison, eh? Comparison. The problem with why this one is a bit more difficult is we didn't actually develop a flavour for the original Zen flavour. We just used the cool summer. You know what I mean? We're just like, yeah, it's a flavour we all like, so like it's not going to be like people gonna, was that the 8th and the 12th, so it's this one first. So yeah, like we tried and tested flavour. Now I'm trying to create a flavour that can work well with the ZBD Sing, if that makes sense. CBD vapes tend to have like a bit of a zing to them. I might need to try all 3 of them. I'm not gonna lie. So the first one smells stronger than the second one and smells nicer than I remember it tasting, but I need to taste it to be sure. It smells like it's got way too much of the cherry in because it's a bit, you know, those cherry concentrates, a little bit marzipan-y sometimes. I'm getting a little bit of that in there, so there's probably too much cherry in it. Nah, I'm not going to Expo and I'm not going to be working it. I'm not. So, the missus booked Ibiza. So I'm going to Ibiza for 5 days the day after Expo finishes. So I don't think I'm going to get to Expo at all. And I've been saying for time, I'm going to the May Expo. I'm not going to work it. I'm just going to be a punter, hang out, drink, have good times with everybody. And then she's like, oh, by the way, we're going to Ibiza. I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake. Not that I'm upset about going to Ibiza, I'm looking forward to it. But it just like messed with my plans that I've had since October last year to go to Expo, you get me? So it looks like it's gonna have to roll over to October this year is the one I'm gonna go. But I've already said to her as well, don't book anything. Just don't book anything for October because I'm going Expo. It's happening. want to go for a full weekend with a lot of money and get very drunk and buy lots of vape stuff. That's what I want to do, just to do it. This one smells nicest anyway. So version 3 smells the nicest, which is good because it means we're heading in the right direction, smell-wise at least anyway. I take it that you're going to be at Expo, innit? I mean, I was planning on going with a rucksack full of my concentrates and just like selling concentrates dirt cheap while I'm there. Like, try my flavors. Here's my card. This is where you can buy it. Try it. But only give it out as concentrates because then I can only give people that don't know what to do with them won't have them. And then I've got like a bridge into, oh, so you DIY, so do I. I'm that guy. Yeah. The thing with cherry is you got to mix up a few different ones to get the blend of flavor. Yes, you do. But I have access to special cherries. You get me? Right. So I don't know if any of you mixers have ever had this. I've had it with, there's the Tutti Frutti in TFS, does it to me. And there have been many other flavours in the past. But no matter how you, Delosi Bubblegum. Not Delosi Bubblegum, Love Flavours Bubblegum does it to me as well. But people seem to love Flavours Bubblegum. But whenever I've tried to mix it, standalone or in a mix, I have the same problem that I'm having right now. It tastes like it's burnt. It tastes like it's burnt. Yes, Maka. What are you saying, my G? Yeah. It's not like the coil's burnt. That's not what I mean. It's like the flavouring's burning. I don't know how to describe it. And I've never been able to establish if it's because it's too much or too little of the flavouring that's causing that. Like, after trying maybe twice and I still don't find success with a particular flavour or have no success at all with it, I just sack it off and go for something different. And I haven't got a clue in here what's causing it. But I'm at 20 watts on a 0.44 ohm coil. Yes, Cows, what you saying, my G? Alright. This is what I'm going to do. Oh, 60 VG though, isn't it? Yeah. I was going to say, like, I'll slap it in a pod, but it's 60 VG, so it's not really going to run well enough, innit? The total mix percentage is 12.75%. I've got no more. It might be that strawberry. It might be that strawberry. I'll put that strawberry up to 7%. Let me go back and have a look at what the version 2 was doing. My recipes, in a new tab. My recipes there. Let's have a look for the version 2 of the Z. This is where I start to get dejected when I'm working on flavours, because I'm not getting closer to where I want to be. Peeing me off. I'm using it at the same, so I'm using it at the same percentage as the version 2, but I don't recall the version 2 doing this. Ian, I mean, it's problems, isn't it? You've got to you just got to go with it, innit? Like, nobody that's ever come up with a great flavour, other than me and my S-berry mush, but I've always admitted that was a once in a lifetime fluke where I just threw some stuff in and it came out nice. Especially when working with concentrates that nobody's worked with before. You know, I'm working with flavourings that are vape safe, but have been, the people that make them, they don't cater to the vape industry at all. They only deal with food companies. Some more cotton. They only deal with food companies, but due to one reason and another, I can get hold of the flavors. That's more better. That's more resistant. So I thought, okay, cool. We'll get these and we'll do some stuff with them, and then I can come up with some flavors that can't be imitated very easy. But it's hard when there's no recommendations to start off with. Some of the concentrates I've got are 10 times concentrated. I've got a cream that is 10 times concentrated. What the fuck is that for? But in food, obviously, you just put a single drop of it in. So that's why they wanted it 10 times concentrated. Like, but what am I gonna do with a vapor ball 10 times concentrated? It's insane. Right, let me try the 2. I'm gonna try the 2. See how that one goes. Yes, no. I gotta let it go. Jeez. Right, let's go. Yeah. It's just too much cherry. There's too much cherry in this one. Right, so what did I do with cherries? It's 3 and 1.25. And that one, and I changed it to what? I changed it to 2 and 0.75. So I've got 2 cherries in here. Cherry number 1 is at 3%, and then cherry number 2 is at 1.25%. That was on version 2, and for version 3, which is the most recent one, I dropped cherry 1 to 2% and cherry 2 to 0.75, and they're not giving me that unpleasant cherryness like now, but they're not giving me like a very good cherry either. It's cherry, but it's not the cherry that I like. And so what I might do is okay, right, I'm gonna do this. Let me adapt this now. Adapt this flavor. S-berry cherry 4. We're doing 10 mils. We're doing 0 milligram. You know what? I might as well share this fucker with you guys as well, so you guys can see exactly how I go on. So if I do this one, there we go. Right. So this is what I'm gonna do. We've got cherry number 1. I'm gonna put this guy back up to 1, and I'm gonna put this one at 2.25. See how that one goes. Neo Sweet was 1. So that's okay. I'm gonna go heavy with the strawberries. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna fucking do it. I'm gonna go heavy with the strawberries. 8 and 3.5. That's bringing the total up to 15.75, as you can see. So, let me just make a note here. Make some notes as well. It's always important to make some notes, so just so you guys can see what I'm doing in terms of my notes. This is what I do now. So the date is the 24th of the 4th, 2/5. Tried V3. Tastes burnt, but coil is sound. But I don't know what was causing, not sure what's causing it. Try it in a pod. So there's some things to try there, but now on the 24th of the 4th, 2/5 V4 mixed, and now I'm gonna go. Is it V4? Yeah. Now I'm gonna mix the V4. And if this one doesn't work, I'm sacking it all off just to see what I go on, and just I'm going back to the drawing boards. Jibril on it today, buddy. What's going on, Chris? Nice one for stopping by. This is, so just so you guys can see, there you go. That's what I'm going to try and mix up right now. What I am going to do for you guys as well is I'm going to put on, dun, 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 there he is, ladies and gentlemen. There's the, I'm just going to do that. Or actually, I'll stop being a bellend. I'll take the recipe down. Nope. I want that camera back on. There you go. So then you can see what I'm doing. So what do I need? I need the recipe up myself. I need cherry 6-8 and cherry and all the ones. Cherry 6-8, cherry and all the ones. Where's he gone? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I've lost one. I've lost the cherry, which means it'll be in this bag of concentrates here. Fuck. I don't want that. I never wanted that to happen. Didn't want that to happen. No. Right, I'll be honest with you. If I can't find it very quickly, I'm sacking this mix off completely. Right, cherry all the ones. If it's not near the top, I'm giving up on it and it can just fuck off. Can't find it quickly, so right, well, edit, and I put here to mix. I can't be bothered to try and find that cherry, so what I've done is what you need is a bag up the bottles per recipe. I fucking did, bro. That was it here. But obviously I've not bagged them up very good because that's one of the cherries, because the other cherry I need is just not in here. So oh wait, no, he is. I got him. Sorry. I got excited there. Sorry guys, sorry. He is there. So ignore my little fit. Ignore my little bitch fit. Right, we can do this now. Sweetener is this sweetener, and then strawberry 156. I am very easily defeated, aren't I? And then strawberry 168. These guys. There's our 5 flavors. Right. We got it. Oh, leave me alone, Graham. Don't laugh at me. Don't laugh at me. It's not nice. It's not nice. So, right, let's move that out of the way. Let's put my scissors out of the way. Let's have a quick vape break, I reckon, before I get onto this. Hello, Apex. I'm just going to call you Apex. Thanks for sliding in, mate. And Shane, you're supposed to be my bro. How are you out here just like, typical Ryan, just fucking shit up? Nice, mate. I thought we were bros, but obviously we're not. Yeah. I remember this. Voila. How are you, Apex, my G? And are you a vapor? And if you are a vapor, what are you vaping on right now, bro? Let me know what hardware and what liquid, please. But what I need now is a 10ml bottle. So let's get a 10ml bottle. Let's not drop them ever. I was finding droppers and caps for these bottles all over my kitchen for like 2 days after dropping them last time. Somehow one of them ended downstairs. Don't ask me how, but there was a dropper downstairs. I got my bottle. Okay, remove this in there. Get rid of that fluff. That. Let's have a vape break though. At least you're not getting called out on stream for wasting cotton. I get called out for wasting cotton all the time, bro. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm one of those as well. You can go on there. Right. So what we're starting with, we have got cherry 068 first. We've got cherry 068 going in as 2.25%. This is 10 mils we're making. So that's 2.23 grams. Or 0.23. 0.23 grams is what I'm looking for. So let's go. Wait, let's just turn the beats up with this. Go on, mate. Do your little. I'm gonna drop 0.01 now because yeah, it does it every fucking time. Every time it winds me up. Winds me up. But he's on there now. That's done. Right, so let's put him back in my bag, shall I? Yeah? So I don't lose him. Yeah, patronising sod. Right, what's the next flavour? Cherry all the ones. Tear him off again. And we're looking for, what we're looking for with this guy. This is going at 1%, which is 0.1 grams. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. I actually got patronised in a comment on one of my videos on, I think it was a comment on the last stream. I replied to it before going live. Somebody posted a question asking how many drops are in 1% of flavouring when he's making 10 mils of e-liquid. And I was like, just measure it or whatever. So he doesn't have syringes, he doesn't have scales, he does everything by drops. And I was going to go down the whole sort of thing like, well, if you're doing it that way, then just taste it. Like, forget the percentages, just like, I want more strawberry. Okay, now I've put in 10 drops. Now I still want more strawberry. So then you know you added another 3 or 4 drops and then let it sleep, try it, and then just note down how many drops you have, and then that's your recipe. If you're not mixing by weight or percentages, you're only mixing by drops, then just work with drops. Don't try to work with mils and then convert them into drops. Just work with drops if you're coming up with your own stuff. But I mean, what do I know? Chilling using a Cross 3 Mini, being loyal to it for a year now. I am an OXVA kind of guy though. The Cross is a good bit of kit, can't lie, Cross is a good bit of kit, but I'm an Oxford guy. And did you hear flipping Oxford and Evolve coming together to make an anti-burn Slim Pro 2. So the Slim Pro 2 will have snap-off lids, which is what Vaporesso win the pod game for convenience, but the Pure Max wins for the anti-burn technology and the flavour of the pods. The Oxford Slim pods are sort of like an all-rounder. Like, they do well in all areas rather than just really well in one. But now they've got the snap-off top lids, so that's just away with the Vaporesso Cross pods as far as I'm concerned. And then they're going, if they can match the flavour somehow from the SX Mini Pure Max, then the only thing that Oxford could do to make a better pod kit is have one with a removable battery on, that you can just like hot swap the batteries once it's dead, and charge them outside of the device. And then that is the ultimate pod kit. Why would you need another pod kit ever, other than one that you can rebuild the coils on somehow? But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's not be too greedy, yeah? We need to take what we can get. Anti-burn, it's cool. Me and Pop Rock are always giving each other shite for Depends on the nozzle, the size of the bottle. Well, they're all needle tip type ones, aren't they? Or thin tip rather, anyway. Right, so I've done the cherry anyway. Let me get back on with this. Neo Sweet. Sweetener. That was at 1%, so that's 0.1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put him back in the bag so I don't lose him. No, sweetener goes up there, sorry. No, I've got a system. Sweetener goes up there. Anti-burn pods would be a dream. They're not a dream, bro. You can get the SX Mini Pure Max. The pods do not burn. I give you my word as a vapor, the pods do not burn, right? But there are many versions of the SX Mini Pure Max pods. The ones that were available with the tester versions of the kit, the pre-release pods, give the best flavour. The flavour you get from those pods rivals any rebuildable. Don't give a crap what you say. The flavour is unreal. But they leaked like a bastard. And SX Mini knew this before they released it. So when they released the Pure Max, they released them with different pods. But the newer pods tasted slightly less as good than the original ones, but they were still better than anything else. But they were inconsistent. Some leaked like a bitch, some didn't. Some would last 2 months, some would last 2 days. So then they came out with the blue pods, which were even more anti-leak, but the flavour had dipped off again. And then they had the Pro pods, where you can actually close off the juice filling by twisting the drip tip. But the flavour on those ones is just as good as a Slim pod. It's no better than any other pod out there. So by improving some of its flaws, they've got rid of what made it excel. and it's really frustrating. I've got a Pure Max 2 at the shop. It's alright. It's alright. It's a bit heavy. It's a bit big. It's alright, but it's not exciting enough for me to warrant getting one. No. But the holes can change regular knockout. Yeah, but the holes can change from maker to maker. What do you mean holes? The holes can change? Right, we're going into strawberries now anyway. What do you mean by the holes, mate? 156. Strawberry 156 going at 3.5%, so that's 0.35. So that'll be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 maybe? A lot more than that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Do I put one more in or do I leave it there? 0.34. What do you guys reckon? Yeah, no, but I mean, like, pretty much every e-liquid bottle is a tip like that now, and that fits inside any pod. Any pod will take that stuff there. If you're a DIYer and you've got all kind of bottles with all kinds of nozzles on, then yeah, that might be a problem. One more, yeah? One more. Alright. There you go. There's your one more. And you're at 136. Alright? It will take me over. I didn't know what to do. And don't worry. Look, there's my recipe bag with all my single flavour testers for them. For reference, alright? Know what I'm doing. Calm down. Chill. Right, last strawberry. 168. And this one's going in at 8%. I don't know why I picked that combination. What a banger. What a banger. So that's 8 grams. 0.8 grams, sorry. Hey, did you see that? He's having me on. Alright, I see you. There we go. Right. So now it's time for the PG and the VG. Have I still put this at a 60-40? Nah, it's 70-30. Let me quickly edit the recipe so it's a 60-40 because that's what I want. And I don't have to mix this anymore because I'm mixing it, so I can take that off the tile. Come down here, save the boy. And I want 2.51 grams of PG. Let's get my PG out. Tear him off one more time. So this is probably the hardest part to get right. What's that? 2.51. Let's see if I can get him right. Ooh, went to 2.51 and I got 2.55. I'll take that. I will fucking take that. That was good. And then VG. And you don't really need to measure your VG because I've got an empty VG here or a VG that's empty. Because all you're going to do is just fill up the rest of the bottle. I always leave the VG till last. I always make, if I'm making 10 ml of e-liquid, I make it in a 10 ml bottle. If I'm making 30 ml of e-liquid, I make it in a 30 ml bottle. And that way, you just fill the rest of the bottle up with VG after you've put everything else in there. You never need to measure it out. And measuring VG is a fucking nightmare. Something I wish I could do was make my own flavour. Why wish? Just do it, bro. I've just made my own flavour. I've literally just made my own flavour, bro. And if you need to know where you can get everything from so you can make your own flavour, I might know somebody that can help you with PG and VG and flavour concentrates and mix shots and syringes and empty bottles. I don't know. You don't have the funds. If you have the funds, do you know how cheap it is, bro? Okay, right. Apex, do you use Facebook? I am going to destroy that myth that you can't afford to make your own e-liquid, bro. It's easy. It is cheaper than buying e-liquid though. It's a bit like going from smoking cigarettes to vaping. When you quit smoking and move to vaping, you hear that vaping's cheaper. You go to a vape shop and then you walk out having spent 50 quid and you're like, I thought this was supposed to be cheaper than smoking. But the saving money bit comes like once you're set up. So once you have your empty bottles, and they're cheap enough to buy a load, once you have your base mix, I mean, you can get 100, if you're only starting off, like a 500ml bottle of base mix, a 500ml bottle of PG, 2 or 3 flavour concentrates. I'd recommend some one shots. And you're good to go, bro. You're good to go. Nearly £19 for Silk Cut now. Jesus. You only use Instagram. Okay, right. Can you find... Let me see if I can find you a link to me on Instagram. And then you can chat to me on Instagram. Because between me and you, mate, just a little bit of a secret here. I actually run a business that sell everything you need to make your own e-liquid. So I might be able to help you out, bro. I might be able to help you out. Maybe. But I don't want cookies. Yeah, if that's my login. I don't know what my login is. That's not even my... That's not my... I want to log into Facebook. No, that is my login. Oh, for God's sake. Right. I don't know what my Instagram name is. I haven't got a fucking clue. Insta. And apparently I don't know what my login details either are, so yeah. This was me trying to log in. I don't want to change my password, for fuck's sake. You see what I'm saying? This is why I don't use Instagram. Like, this is a nightmare. If anybody's got me on Instagram, do you mind sharing a link in the comments to my profile so he knows how to get in contact with me, please? I don't think it's going to let me change my password either. Oh, no, we're in. Right. So my name is TG... I'm going to type it. Right. Oh, no. No, we're only in... right. The business doesn't ship international. Right, that's my handle on Instagram. Find me. The business doesn't, but if you wanted to receive some stuff, I could try arranging like a one-off like shipment to you. I can use a service like Parcel Monkey, or I'd book a delivery to come and collect it from us. You would be expected to pay the delivery charges on that though, depending where in the world you are. That might be quite costly, and depending on the regulations surrounding vaping where you live, it might cause issues with customers. But if you want to try, we can investigate it and figure it out. But if I can't supply you with anything, there will be places you can go where you are. Like, let me turn this down because I'm getting distracted. I'm trying to be serious now. You will be able to get flavour concentrates, PG, VG where you are. You will be able to. Even if I can't provide them to you, I still don't mind helping you learn what to do with those, if that makes sense. I'll do anything that I can. Man. But yeah, me and my people, we're in different hemispheres. Where are you from, bro? Where are you from? Why are you being so secretive with your location, bro? Like, you're giving us, make us tell you where you are. This is where we find out that man's in like Kazakhstan or something, South Africa. Oh, you're okay. I was gonna say, you're where Bearded Vikings is, but you might not know him at all. So like, yeah, you're from South Africa. You must know everybody from South Africa, right? Fucking hell, what a dickhead. What a loving. I mean, I can have a look into shipping to South Africa for you, bro. Like I say, pop me a follow or just drop me a message on Instagram. I don't use Instagram as much as I use Facebook, I'll be honest with you. But I do check it periodically. I've got family in Australia and that's how I communicate with them. So, alright, this is Zen 2 version 4. It's the 24th of the 4th. 60 VG. Pow. These are my cotton scissors, but they'll also work on paper. Yes, they do, so that's fine. Right, so What else do we need to do today? So that's, let me, I'm not going to test it, I'm not going to vape it now because it just never, there's no point. Not bad, not bad. That cherry is like bang on the finger test. The cherry tastes bang on where I want it to be now. But we'll see how that steeps out. We'll still see how that steeps out. So we're going back to my coffee flavour, aren't we? We're going back to my coffee flavour. And then I've got some Flavora concentrates to add to my concentrate stash here. So we can use some Flavora concentrates in the mixing games as well. Before you know it, my cupboard will be full of concentrates again. And I'll be looking to give them all away because I've had a meltdown and it's all too much. But for now, we're going strong, people. We're going strong. So, coffees. And look. Here's another bag, and guess what I've got in here? All the single flavour tests and the concentrates for recipes. It's like I know what I'm doing. It's like I know what I'm doing, isn't it? So just stuck up buying normal liquid. You live near a shop that sells it, so can't they help you? Have you been in and asked them to help? I would be absolutely flipping disgusted if you tell me that you've been into that shop and they weren't helpful or they didn't want to help you. Like, anybody on this planet that is doing anything in vape, and especially DIY, like, should just be welcoming and excited when somebody wants to come in. I get buzzing when people come in like, I want to learn how to make e-liquid. Depending on the time of the day, if it's 5 minutes before I'm closing, I'm a little bit annoyed. I'm not gonna lie to you, right? But when they come in, I'm like, yes, cool, another person. Let's get on this. Let's do this. Let's get you off that pre-mixed nonsense, yeah. But I'll try and sort something out for you, bro. I'll try and sort something out, man. Definitely. Just do hit me up because I will forget. By the time this stream finishes, I'll forget that I've offered it to you. If you haven't followed me for long, then you probably won't understand. But if you have, you know, I am useless when it comes to remembering anything. So do message me, and I will do my best to help you out, bro. Now, they wanted to help, but I was hella nervous, I won't lie. Ah, bro, don't be nervous, fam. Don't be nervous. Don't be nervous. Don't be nervous at all. I mean, if I can help you myself, I can maybe share some other creators, DIY or Die. Go check him out, DIY or Die, on YouTube. Probably Wayne is probably the most skilled DIYer on the planet, and he does content. There's streams like this, but a little bit more professional. He does tutorial videos and stuff as well. But yeah, man, just hit me up, bro. Just hit me up, and we'll take it from there. Honestly, we'll get. I'll do my best for you. I promise you, bro. So, did I save the Zen 4? Let me just make sure I've saved it, because then I'm gonna go back to my recipes. Yeah, and we're back to the coffee now. Let's see what we can do with the coffee one. Where is he? Milky Coffee 1. That's what I wanted to make. Just a milky coffee, and then maybe add something to it once I've nailed down the milky coffee-ness. You get me? I just subbed you like 20 minutes ago. Found you my recommended. Nice, man. Yeah, DIY or Die. The UK based as well. But the UK, obviously, because UK DIY e-liquid mixing show is another good show to follow. I also make appearances on the Saturday show. These are all UK based things though, which is on every Saturday mostly. And that's not necessarily mixing. It's not essentially vape either. It's just a bunch of vapors that get together and just shoot the shit on a Saturday, have a few drinks and stuff. But man, yeah, get involved in the community. But I learned everything. I learned how to mix using YouTube. DIY or Die was my early days. I just watched pretty much every video we had uploaded. And then obviously working in the shop, I was able to try things and practice and blah, 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 blah. So I was able to sort of get skilled much quicker than your average person would, because I've got access to hundreds, at one point thousands of different flavors just to play with. But I'm here for you, bro. Whatever you might need. So, Milky Coffee is the one that I'm looking for. Where is it? Fuck's sake. Oh, wait, is it in here? Coffees. Condensed milk. He's done it again. He's done it again, hasn't he? So I mixed the flavour last time. I mixed the coffee flavour last time, right? That was the atty I was going to use to test it in. And the bell end didn't... What the fuck is that? Ah. I don't know what they are. Nope, don't want that. Did I leave it in here? I've lost what? I've lost it! Fuck's sake. I hate my life sometimes. I'm not gonna lie to you. Sometimes I hate myself. I'm not gonna lie. Right. Cream double times 10. No. Cream single. No. Condensed milk. No. Cream. No. Ah, there it is. I haven't lost it. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Shut up, Shane. Shut up. Don't say anything. Say nothing. Graham, say nothing. Alright? I'll go by everything, watch a video and get back to you on how it goes, man. Shit, that time. Yeah, man, that's not a problem. I mean, I don't even mind doing one of these lives. Like, if you've got a question or something like that, we can try to arrange it that I'll do a live that you can follow along with. You get me? Definitely, bro. Definitely. I think the hardest thing about DIYing, honestly, is knowing what you want to vape. That is the hardest part. Like, when you've got almost an unlimited amount of options, what do you want to vape? Like, when you go to a vape shop, it's like, these are the liquids we have. Okay, I've got to pick from those. But when you walk into a place that has many, many different options of flavor concentrates and they go, well, what do you want? You might find yourself like, oh, I don't know. Like, what are my options? And they'll be like, anything. You can get roast chicken flavor concentrates, wasabi flavor concentrates, wood oak flavor concentrates. And obviously you can get nice ones as well, but I'm just trying to pick some extreme ones out there, you get me? You can even get like burnt toast flavor concentrates, bro. Minty flavors, easy, easy. You don't even need to leave them to steep. Oh, mate, if you're into your mints, just plain mints, spearmint, peppermint, just mint, like, oh, mate, it's going to be easy and it's going to be cheap. Very cheap, very easy. Unless you're on a lot of nicotine, in which case, like, the most expensive part of DIYing, more times than not, is the nicotine. So the more of it you need, the more of it it's going to cost, but we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, man, let me keep me posted, man. Please, just, I beg you, follow me up on Instagram and I'll follow you back and keep in contact with me. Even if you don't need my help, even if you don't need me to provide you with anything, I just want to know how you're getting on with your adventures into the world of DIY. You get me? So enough gassing. Let's get on with some actual testing now. So milky coffee. Let me pull up the recipe so you guys can see what I did with that one. Pow. Why is oh, there you go. There's the recipe. Milky coffee. Can you see that, guys? I've got one coffee in at 7.5%. Another, I've got condensed milk in at 4. I've got cream single at 3, and I've got the sweetener in at 0.8. I feel like that might be too much coffee. I don't know what possessed me to use 7.5% of a coffee flavor. Honestly, have no idea, but we'll find out. Smells like coffee. Smells like coffee. Yes, it does. All right, let me make this one off. So I'll try this. Maybe do another mix. Well, no, definitely do another mix of this one based on how this one went, unless it's good as it is, but I doubt that. And then play the mixing game. And then I'm Gonski, ladies and gentle beings. Gonski, Gonski, Gonski. There we go. Right. So, yeah, he's alright. He's alright. He's not punching up the last flavour too much. Let's go. Let's go. Is there an easier way that anybody's aware of to test flavours? Like a better way than just what I'm doing, re-wicking and all that jazz. Because, like, This is the part that puts me off. You re-wick, you try a few hits of a flavour, and then you re-wick again, and then you try a few hits of a different flavour, and it just drags the whole process out. I remember a long time ago on YouTube seeing a DIY guy, can't remember his name, but he did a cottonless, I think he used mesh. I think he somehow used mesh, and he was able to put like a few drops of e-liquid on it and just vape it, and then a few more drops and vape it. Like, get like one hit out of it. But that to me seems like such a better way than having to re-wick every flipping time. Does my nothing. And I ain't paying no premium for no flipping whatever cotton laces. Flipping hell. You haven't. I might now. You said that. Now you've said that, bro. I might have Chinese. I mean, technically speaking, this is my Friday because I'm not at work tomorrow. Nah, that ain't right. Saturday is my Friday because I don't work Sundays or Mondays. Well, I work them, but just not in the shop. I work them from home. I work them on my phone. I work them when I'm walking around Tesco's and somebody stops me and asks me why the vape battery isn't lasting as long as it used to. True story. Happens a lot, believe me. Right, so 0.43 ohm coil, 20 watts, milky coffee. Let's have a look, Let's have a look. Right. Okay. Sorry, I got one of those hot rocks of juice straight to the throat. And it burnt a little bit. So. I got a dilemma with this one. So the coffee is in there at 7.5%. When I saw it, I felt that was a lot. Now, the level of coffee that I can taste is maybe 0.5 to 1% too much coffee, I feel. But I mean, it's the first time I've actually vaped in a mix. So, but it's not milky enough as well. When did I mix it? 15th. So it's had 10 days. It could probably do with another 10 days before I make a judgment on it because of the creams that are in it. But because it's only slightly too much coffee, I don't know whether I should bring the coffee down and then maybe the creams will be more present, or if I need to up the creams. You know what I mean? Right now, it's like a strong coffee with milk. But what I want is a milky latte. You get me? Like a milky latte with like oat milk for extra milkiness. Because oat milk is more milky than regular milk in a latte. You can fight me over that fact if you want. I will take you to your grave. Could be a little bit sweeter. Might just go with 1% of the Neo Sweet. Or I could use you know what? I'm going to use a bit of Mega Sweet. Because my perfect sweetener, like combination, is a little bit of Mixology Neo Sweet and TFS Mega Sweet. But I can't find the TFS Mega Sweet. What's that? Well, that's acetyl pyrazine. Don't need that. Where is he? Where is he? No. Right, I don't know if I've got any. Give me just 2 minutes, guys. No, it's not that one. It's not that one. It's not that one. It's not him. No. Ah, I got him. Here he is. Here's the boy. Right, sweeteners. I got all the flavors I need here. Right, I need some white chocolate. That is what I need. Or let's have a look, see what other creams are in here. Right, the coffees. I've decided which coffee I wanted to use. Cream double, condensed milk. It's crazy how much they've changed colour since I've opened the bottle. Single cream, condensed milk. Where's the condensed milk? No. Cream, condensed milk, cream double, cream. So I don't think I used any of the standard cream in it. A bit sharp, that one. Yeah, it's that one all day long. It's that one all day long. Now I'm trying to condense milk. So if you're still watching Apex, there isn't a set way to develop your own flavors. Oh god, I should not have single flavor tested. Shouldn't have done that. What I like to do is get a drop of the flavor concentrate. It's a drop. Taste it. It's never really gonna taste. Oh, cool. I'm never worried, mate. Don't ever taste the flavor concentrate on your finger like that and think it's going to taste like how it's going to vape. It will give you a rough idea, and after you've been mixing for long enough, you'll be able to sort of guesstimate better what an e-liquid will taste like from the concentrate. Like if you try to drop of this cream on your finger right now and put it on there, you're like, ugh. Why would you want to vape that? But then you put a few drops in with the PG and VG and it dilutes down, it tastes a little bit better. You could almost think of it a bit like dilute juice, concentrated juice, cordial. Like you can have the neat juice. Like, you know, as kids we used to love trying. Well, I used to like just drink it neat. But it's meant to be diluted to get the proper flavour, essentially. And the stronger the concentrate, because some are stronger than others, the worse that's going to be if you just single flavour test it. But I'm a pro. Do as I say, don't do as I do, alright? So I like that one, I needed it more creamy though. And I feel like what is missing is TFA white chocolate. Specifically, TFA white chocolate. But I do have TFS vanilla milk. And vanilla milk extra as well, don't I? Yeah, the vanilla. That's the nice vanilla milk. There's another one. It's vanilla milk and it's vanilla milk extra. So I can't tell if vanilla milk or yeah. Right. Okay. And then the coffee. Which coffee was it that I used? Coffee 670. This guy. Right. This is what we're doing, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we're doing. So let me adapt to this. Milky Coffee 1v2. Making... Actually, you know what? I will show you this as well, Apex. I will show you this, bro. So this is a tool that I use. It's e-liquid recipes. When I want to make up my own recipe, my own flavour, I give it a name right here. I put in the amount that I want to make. I put in the desired strength of the final e-liquid I want to make. So if you vape 3 milligram, you would put 3 milligram in there. The PG-VG ratio, that would be dictated by what device you are using it in and your preference, really. The strength of the nicotine that you're going to be using, but I'm not using any nicotine, so I can leave that. And the VG-PG content of the nicotine. Suggested steep time, you can leave that. Don't worry about that for now. And then here, you put your flavour name. and then the amount of it that you want to use. So I said I wanted to lower mine just by a bit. So I'm just gonna go, it was 7.5. I'm gonna go 6.75 on the coffee. Condensed milk, I'm actually gonna drop down to 2. Single cream, I'm gonna take up to 4.5. And then they're gonna leave the sweetener, I'm gonna bump up to 1 because it needs to be sweet. I want it to taste like the coffees I get from Nero. And what I get from Nero is an oat milk latte with vanilla syrup in it. And the vanilla syrup is mad sweet. So yeah, sweeter the better. And then I'm gonna use flavors, so it's vanilla milk. So with some flavors as well, if you're still watching Apex, you can just start typing in the flavor name, and then it will come up with some options down here that you can select. And those numbers in brackets, those green numbers, you can't see that. Sorry, let me scroll down. Let me scroll down so you can actually see what I'm seeing. There we go. So I put in vanilla milk, and then it comes up with a list of vanilla milks from different manufacturers. And the numbers there say that 731 people use this particular flavor in their recipe. And if I selected that flavor, it would automatically put in there what the average amount of that flavor people use is. But you can change it if you want. You shouldn't always rely on that though. It's a good starting point, but you shouldn't always rely on that. So it's vanilla milk, and it's the flavor Smiths that I'm using. Let's see if I put in Smiths. No, TFS. That's what they're also known. Here we go. It's just vanilla milk. That's the one I'm using, not extra. And I'm going to put that one in there at 1.25. But what I need in here is a touch of, I know I need a touch of, and then I'll save it. And then you click save. Bang. And then it gives you all the measurements that you need. So that's the amount of nicotine you might need in mils. There's the PG, there's the VG, and then these are the different flavorings. And if you want to weigh it out like I do, there's the grams, and then there's the percentages you put in earlier. And there's a brief summary of the recipe down there. So it's still floating around 15.5% for the total mix, which used to be an acceptable amount. But for commercially liked flavors now, you tend to find 20 to 25% total flavouring is what a lot of people are doing, because people's palates have been ruined by disposables and everybody wants that punchy flavour. So yeah, but we'll see how this one goes. So I've got all the concentrates that I need now. Right there, put those there. And I'm going to mix up the recipe. So if you guys are writing down the recipe, you've got just a few seconds before it gets taken down. And I'm going to pull up my droid cam. Look at my face. He's in the corner. Right, okay. So, and I'll get rid of the recipe now. Pow. Right, okay. Let's turn him on. Nope, let's not turn him on. Let's get the bottle in there first. Get yourself an empty bottle. Pow. Let's get a cap. Let's get one of these, one of those, one of these. Bang. Okay. We're nearly there. Let's turn him on. He's up there now. Right, let's go. What are we starting with? Where's my recipe? So it's coffee 670. Coffee 670. I dropped him down to 6.75, so that's going to be 0.68 grams according to this calculator. So let's do that. Six eight, weren't it? Yeah, 0.68. So 1, 2, 3, maybe. 1. There we go. Let's go one more. Put him back in my coffee bag, yeah. Coffees labelled up with the coffees on. All right, don't worry. Doing this thing proper. And then I need condensed milk. So tear him off. Condensed milk is this guy. And he's in at 2%, so that's just 2 grams, or 0.2 grams. Power. Why didn't you change? There we go. Turn the music up because we're mixing and that's what we do. Right, you can go back in the creams bag because it's a cream. Oh, wait, no, not yet. He's gone back down. I need to put one more drop in just to keep him at 2. There we go. Spot on. Then it's the sweetener. Ah, no, I never did the. So bear with me. So I forgot to add some of the sweetener I wanted. So what I'm actually gonna do is 0.35 neotame and mega sweet TFS. And yeah, 2.5 is about right for this one. Do you know what? No. I'm gonna go 2 and then 0.5. There we go. That's what I'm gonna do. Mega sweet is not a very strong sweetener. So Apex, you'll probably hear people saying like you put too much sweetener in, is going to ruin your coil. With traditional sweeteners, yes, that is the case. But with neotame-based sweeteners, ethyl maltol-based sweeteners, erythritol-based sweeteners, that's not necessarily the case. And Mega Sweet is a blend of various different sweetening agents. So you can use it at higher amounts. Yeah, there we go. See all the ethyl maltol. I don't know what it is that causes the fizzing, but it's one of the powders that the sweetener is made from. Has a bit of a fizz to it. So there's the Mega Sweet, and then we want to use the Neo Sweet, which is 0.05. So what's that, like 2 drops? One more drop. Right, so these scales, they can't measure down that low. So what I'm going to have to do is, so what I'm doing now is I'm going back to the recipe, and because it's such a small amount of Neo Sweet, was it 3 drops of Neo Sweet? And I'll put like scales wouldn't measure 0.05 grams. Bang. These are the kind of things that you're gonna, what I like to keep a note of. So if I try to recreate it, if I was making a bigger batch, what's going on, John? My G, what is going on? I am getting my mix on. I am. But yeah, if I was making a bigger batch, obviously I'll be using more of it, so it would weigh more, so the scales will be able to pick it up. When you're mixing 10 mils and you're using very, very minute amounts of flavorings, most scales are going to find it hard to pick up those, so just go by drops. And it's like 2 drops is somewhere in between, like 1 drop is like 0.18 grams. Is what I found. Sorry, 0.018 grams ish. So yeah, but you'll come to learn these sort of things as you go. What are you going on, John? What are you vaping on, Mr. McClintock, my guy? What's got you all loved up with the oh, and Hanky's joined us as well. Mixing and adjusting. How else do you mix, bro? And what are you vaping on? What has got your taste buds flapping, Hanky? And you, if you wouldn't mind filling me in, John. Then the TFS vanilla milk, 1.25%, 0.13 grams. Bang. There he is. Right, so that can go back in the TFS cupboard. That can go back in the TFS cupboard. That can go back in the cupboard because it's a sweetener. That is the cream. That belongs... Did I use this one? I never used the cream single, did I? No, I didn't. No, I went straight from the condensed milk. Does anybody remember me using the single cream? I don't think I did. Homeboy Rage paired with a tiramisu and Irish cream. Nice, bro. Sounds banging. Sounds banging. Right. Right. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I never used it. So 0.45 grams of this as well, because it's in at 4.5%. Oh man, never mind. So close. And then have I still got him down as a 60-40? I bet you any money's defaulted to 70-30. No, I haven't. Okay, that's cool. So then I am measuring out 2.39. Let's see if I can get this bang on. Oh, now I'm never going to get close. One more drop. Boy! There we go. Love it. And then it's just my VG. And we'll just top this bad boy up with some VG and we're good to go. Come on, VG. Get out. There we go. A little bit more. Ooh, there we go. Right, he's done. I can go take that back to the shop and fill him back up. And give this guy a shake. And then this is Milky Coffee 1 version 2. I'm getting it right, bro. I'm getting it right. Homeboy Rage, man. That there is a collector's item. That is a collector's item. I've got one. Andy Butcher and a few, I can't remember who else it was. It might have been Lisa Peden. I can't remember. But I was in Butlins on holiday in Butlins, and I can't remember why, but I posted up that I wanted a Homeboy Rage, and then by the time I got back, one was waiting at the shop for me, and a couple of the members of the group had just like chucked in, sorted me out of a flipping Homeboy Rage. And I don't even squonk, but that is in my opinion, a landmark. That's a landmark mod right there. Sort of changed the game a bit, that one did, didn't it? And you're on some tobacco. Don't tell me that's like bubblegum tobacco. Please don't tell me that's like tobacco chew. I will be horrified if it is, bro. Milky Coffee. Who likes breakbeat? Who's got that ADHD state of mind that finds this sort of stuff really relaxing? Because I bloody well do. Milky Coffee 1 V2. The date is the 24th. And it's a 60 VG. And that can go in the bag to be tried in a week or two's time. Alright, yeah. We're getting there. So I'm getting the... Once I nail the Milky Coffee pot, caramel biscuit RY4. Ooh, who makes that? Brother, who makes that? That sounds delightful, fam. You can go in there. Right, yeah, so I'll come back in a week or so to try that, see how that goes. Once I nail the creamy, once I nail the Milky Coffee that I want, once I'm happy with the coffee element, then I'm going to look to what do I do with it. I don't just want a Milky Coffee, or maybe I could just do a good Milky Coffee base and then do a hazelnut Milky Coffee, a vanilla Milky Coffee, a caramel Milky Coffee, and stuff like that. I don't know. You just binned 5k of old juice. When you say 5k, Do you mean like 5 kilos? Or 5,000 mils? Or 5,000 pounds? Neo shot from Nom Noms. Do you know what? I need to try some of Nom Nom stuff. It's been a long time since I tried their stuff. But now we're going to play a game anyway. So we turn... we're going to play a game, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to put a recipe together now. 5,000 mil. Bro, I have this last couple months, I must have poured away, like literally poured down the drain, like 12 gallons of concentrate, not even e-liquid. I'm talking like US gallons, so like 3.5 litres. But like, we've had them for like 3 years plus. Can't really sell them. They ain't selling. Like, you can't give this shit away to people. Just had to pour it down the drain, man. Heartbreaking. Heartbreaking. And then people get back. Do you know what, right? Before we get into the game, I'm going to have a flipping rant, mate. Today, had an RC wholesale inquiry. So, an old wholesale customer sends an email. You still doing wholesale? Sends it to the inquiry's email address. I reply from the wholesale, like, yeah, we don't really do it as much as we used to because the demand dropped off as... so we just went with the market and did what we had to do to survive. But what do you want? And we can see what we can do. And so, do you still do this flavour? Do you still do this one shot? I'm like, yeah. So I'm giving the prices. Like, why are you so expensive? Why are you so expensive? I'm like, what do you mean, bro? Like, this is the same price you paid all those years ago when you was with us. It's exactly the same price. The wholesale pricing hasn't changed. It's like since I started managing the place, right? So, but I never said it like that. I said it more like, well, actually, the prices haven't changed at all. And I'm like, well, you're more expensive than who we used before. Well, who you used before was us, right? You used us a lot. And then you went to these cheaper people, right, that just did everything for you because they weren't buying any concentrates from us or anything like that. We knew your recipes, right? You bought the concentrates for your recipes off of us. And then you clearly went to one of these flavor houses that gassed the flavor and just recreated it, and then they produced it for you using their own compound for cheaper. But they're not here anymore, are they, bro? And do you know what that probably is? Because they were cheaper. They probably competed too much, had to knock the price down, and now they can't survive. Like, we're struggling, but you know what I mean? We're still here. We're still doing our thing. Why? Because we just kept to what we're doing. We're just trying to undercut. But it bothered me. It just bothered me that he's moaning that like the prices of everything has gone up. The concentrates have increased in price. Delivery charges have increased in price. Like, when this tariff thing's nonsense fucking is sorted out, the concentrates themselves are probably going to cost a lot more money as well. But our prices have remained the same. And yet you dare to call us as expensive. So I just refused. I said no. Like, he says, I need this, I need that, I need this. Don't have any. I didn't even check. I said, nah, we don't have those anymore, mate. Don't have them. They're on your website. Oh, well then buy them on the website. I said, the website stock is for the retail customers only. We have separate stock for wholesale and retail. So I'll check some bullshit. I just didn't want to say Bennett. Coming back after all those years, like, why are you so expensive when we haven't put our prices up on wholesale at all? You know what I mean? It's cost us more, so all we've done is lost margin and then been moaned at about it. Go suck your mother, rude boy. Yeah, man. What's going on, Vaping Joker, my guy? And yeah, John, I definitely want to try it, man. Yeah, get some sorted out. Let me know what it costs to get it sent to me and how much it costs for juice. I'll pay you for it, obviously. But it sounds like something I really like. But my rent's over now. Fuck wholesale customers that are coming back with their tails between their legs because Liquidable or whoever it was they were using has gone under. Like, I'm fed up with it. I'm flipping fed up with it. It's a reason it went under. Price is too low. No, so it's either everybody just closes shop and nobody can get you anything you want, or you just put up with the prices that the things are. You get me? But yeah, I don't think I've seen you in one of my streams before, Vaping Joker. You're a Saturday show guy, aren't you? Thank you very much for stopping by. Appreciate it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Right, so we're playing the game now, innit? How did we do it last time? So we're gonna play a game, play a mixing game. We're gonna make a 10ml bottle of e-liquid. I'm gonna pick some flavours out at random. And then, what did we agree? Shane, are you still here? You was here last time. Last time we did this, we decided we were allowed a limited number of reshuffles of the flavours. Do you remember how many reshuffles that was? We need to actually like establish the rules of this game. But we get a 10ml empty bottle. We get a cap. We get a dropper. And then we decide how many 2 rerolls, yeah? No swaps. Yeah, we've got to have swaps, because I mean, what happened last time is we had something that might have been good and then tobacco was just there or some shit, innit? So, yeah. So we get no more than 2 rerolls. I'm going to call them rerolls. Right. So what's about to happen now is we need to decide how many flavors we're going to put into this recipe. So Fusion Cotton, now available at the e-cig shop, www.theecigshop.uk, shameless plug. How many flavors are we doing? That was it, yeah, 2 swaps. Do 2 swaps. Fuck off, Hanky. I knew you was going to say something stupid. I'm surprised you never went with 69, to be honest with you. 4. What did we do on the last one? If we did 4 on the last one, we'll do 5 this time. See if that works out any better. Where's my recipes? The recipe for the last one is public. It was nothing amazing. Tried it at the start of the stream. It wasn't bad, but it was nothing that I'm about to start like saying is amazing. You get me? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we had 5 flavors and 1 sweetener. So this time we're going to go with 4 flavors and 1 sweetener. And we'll decide what sweetener we're going to use first. Do we want to use Neotame, which is Mixology Neo Sweet, or do we want to use the Flavor Smiths Mega Sweet? Because they are the only 2 sweeteners I have here right now. So we'll go 4 flavors and a sweetener. What we saying? Someone pick a sweetener. I'll get like 5 Mega Sweet. Good choice. That's what I was going to say. If nobody picks in 5 seconds, I'm picking Mega Sweet. It's my favorite boy. Right, so I've got some Flavora flavors. I've got a set of Capella flavors, and I've got the set of the Flavor Smiths concentrates here right now. I'm not using these because I don't know how much of these I'm going to need for my projects. So we picked 5 flavors. Let's go with 2 TFS, 2 Capella, 1 Flavora. Does that sound good to people, or does somebody want to like nominate some other type of numberage while I get this ready? I'm gonna do a 60-40, 10 mil, 0 milligram. Sounds good. All right, Shane. Shane's the leader. Right. Okay. So all of my TFS stuff is here. Alright, do you know what I'm gonna do? Right, no. I'm just gonna keep moving my hand around. I'm not gonna look. In this box, I've got 1 box of TFS stuff. I'm just gonna go away. I'm not looking. Actually, you know what? I'll do this instead. I'm pulling them out of this box so you can see. I'm looking this way. One right at the bottom. What did we get right on the bottom? Raspberry jelly. All right, that's a good start. Raspberry jelly, good start. And then I've got another box here with different flavors in. These are the flavors that I don't typically use quite a lot as well. So just so you can see, I'm not looking. I'm over here. Digging right down to the bottom. I get one from the bottom. I can feel one. What's this? Oh, that fell out. I don't want that. That fell out. This is vanilla custard. Right. Okay. Vanilla custard, raspberry jelly. They're the 2 TFS flavors. Now we need 2 Capella flavors. I can't see what is what anyway, so I'm just gonna go this guy. Wafer crunch. Alright. And juicy watermelon. Ooh, that might be a reroll. Things were going well up until that last one. And then in here, they're like this though. I don't have like little bottles. So I'm just going to pick out a giant ass bottle. Jammy berry. That's 5 flavors. I need to get this. I need to get this. Right. So, I've got Jammy Berry, Flavora. I've got Wafer, I've got Juicy Watermelon, Capella. I've got Wafer Crunch, Capella. I've got the Flavor Smiths Vanilla Custard. And I've got the Flavor Smiths Raspberry Jelly. Are we re-rolling any of those flavors? I can't help but feel like Juicy Watermelon has no business in anything that has custard in it. I've never known a watermelon custard. Yeah, stop the watermelon. Does anybody agree on that, or do we just go with a watermelon? It could be interesting. I'm trying to think now. Has anybody ever done a watermelon custard? Ever? I don't think anybody's ever mixed watermelon and custard together knowingly. But if nobody objects, we will swap the watermelon. I'm happy to do it. So we can give it a try. Alright, we're swapping the watermelon. So watermelon can stay out the way, so I don't want to pick him up again. Gonna go again. Ooh, this guy. Strawberry. Alright. Sweet strawberry. Yeah, sweet strawberry. And this isn't the reduced flashpoint one either for some reason, so that's good. Right, okay, so juicy watermelon can fuck up. So we've got strawberry, we've got a raspberry, we've got wafer crunch, we've got custard, and we've got a jammy berry. I reckon that swapsies, we're doing swapsies. Yeah, watermelon to go. Good. I'm glad that we're all on the same boat there. Right. So, Flavora Jammy Bear, Capella Sweet Strawberry, Capella Wafer Crunch, TFS Vanilla Custard, TFS Raspberry Jelly. I'm going to start inputting these flavors in the calculator. I'm going to try and keep them out of the way. That's for me to put the Flavora in. So we have Jammy Berry? I think so. Like part of the name's rubbed off. So Jammy. Oh, that's the first one. I'm putting Jammy B. It's that one. Wow. Okay, so I'm going to leave all the average amounts in there as well and see how that goes. And then we've got Sweet Strawberry. The first one, that's going to be Capella. Sweet Strawberry Capella has been used in 259,575 recipes. Jesus. That's a lot. And then we've got, was it Wafer Crunch, or was it? Wafer Crunch? Yeah. Never tried this at all. Wafer Crunch Capella. I'm kind of interested in it actually. I've never even smelt it. Okay. All right. I see you, Capella. Doing bits of the wafer. All right. And then it's TFS Raspberry Jelly. And then it's TFS Vanilla Custard. And not even Vanilla Custard Extra, just Vanilla Custard. I'm pretty sure like the extras are the good ones. Right, so let me get this guy up and show you Wagwan. So, the amounts that you guys can see on screen now, if you're able to see it, are the... Oh wait, you need to put a sweetener in it, Mega Sweet. $2.5 is probably the amount that I would use, to be fair. So yeah, so there's the flavors and there's the amounts. The amounts that are in there are predefined, pre-filled. I haven't put those in. They're the averages used for all of those. 15.5 total. So, what do we want to be the leading flavor in this, ladies and gentlemen? What are we feeling? Do we want it custard up the front? Do we want the wafer up the front? Or do we want the fruits up the front? I can't help but feel like I want the wafer up the front, just because that's what's going to make it most uncommon. I think everything that can be done with a custard has been done. You get me? I mean, I've lost count of how many strawberry custards there are. So yeah, Hanky, I'm feeling you on that one. Go with a wafer up at the front. And then a little bit of custard and then the fruits. Or a little bit of the fruits and a bit more of the custard. So wafer, we want at the front. So we're going to use most of the wafer basically. And then the fruits underneath as like just a fruit mix underneath. And then the custard underneath that. Or do we want to go wafer, custard, and then the fruits? Or do we want to go wafer, any one of the berry, strawberry or raspberry? Like how are we doing it? Mixed fruits and then the custard underneath, yeah? Yeah. Yeah, just to fill it out. Just the custard's just to fill it out. Yeah, that's a shout. Custard's just to fill it out. I was going to say, do I want to do a fruity custard with wafer? Or I could just use the custard to fill it out. And yeah, custard to fill it out is cool. So, wafer crunch. Never used it. Average percentage used on ELR is 2. I've never used it. I'm going to go 5. Just because can. And then we want the custard underneath. Now it's TFS. I'm going to say that. Mega Sweet can stay the same. And then, yeah, Flavora. Flavora is just known to be excessively strong. So 0.5 seems about right there. Fucking hell, this one's not even been opened. Ugh. There we go. Bang. Alright, you can go back in that bag. I'm going to have to organise my cupboard now, aren't I? Because I've got new flipping flavours. Great. So that's the jammy bear. The jammy berry, rather. Let's just put a label on this. FLV jammy berry. Conk. There we go. Just so I know what he is. Right, so what are we saying on the percentages for the fruits then, ladies and gentle beans? Raspberry jelly, 1.5. Sweet strawberry, 2. Right, is everybody happy with that, or shall I tweak it a bit? What are you guys saying? What's the total coming out at now? 14. So we've got some room to push that up, man. Got some room to push that up. Maybe that. Do you know what? No, actually, I've used this straw before. 3.5. Yeah, I'm thinking something like that. Is that a go, people, or has anybody got any suggestions, recommendations, anything that they reckon could be done a bit better or a bit worse, or should we get that mixed up? Shall we get that mixed up? Get the old camera out ready. Alright, everyone seems happy just for me to carry on. I'm just going to crack on. I'll try my hardest to remember that you guys are here, but I do love to forget sometimes. Sounds good. Right, okay, so just so you guys can see my lovely self. This will be a public recipe. I won't privatize this recipe. So you can have a look at it, see what you think of it. Jammy Beer is the first guy up, and that's at 2.5%. So we want... Oh, let me save this actually before I'll save it as a public recipe. There we go. Oh, I need a name. What do I call it? Sorry, I need a name before I can go any further. What do I call it? What are you saying, guys? Someone recommend a name to me. and then I can do that. But I need 0.05 of the jammy beer for now. Jammy berry. I don't know why I keep calling it jammy beer. 0.05 in it. So I'm just going to go 3 drops. I'm just going to go 3 drops for 0.05 because this just doesn't want to pick up that such a low number. So I'm just going to go 3 drops there. Tear him off. What have we got for names? Give me some names, people. Come on. Fire some names at me. Sweet Strawberry Capella is next. This is not the reduced flashpoint version. So that's good. Classic smell. Recognize that sweet strawberry smell anywhere. 2%, 0.2 grams. I must say, these bottles are brilliant. Like, these Capella dropper bottles, they're a bit stubby on the end. Like, they're not like needle points, but they're fucking brilliant. Fucking brilliant. So, Capella, he's done. Then we want the Wafer Crunch Waving Bear TGWD Jammy Custard. I'm putting TGWD on it, even if it's nice. I can't do that because I won't be producing this. Because if I'm coming out with any flavors now, everything that is in that flavor I'm getting like is available within the UK, like manufactured, produced in the UK. I'm fed up of ordering concentrates from overseas. It's just mad expensive now. £650 delivery for a fucking order, you mad? Right, Wafer Crunch, 5%, 0.5 grams, let's go. Look at that, I'm squeezing the bottle hard, but you can see it still just lets... Oh, shit! Sorry, I was getting excited. Right, so we're changing the recipe now, people. It's actually 6.2% that we're putting in of the Wafer Crunch. I just got really excited that the bottle... The droppers just only let out fucking... Only let out drops. And like, oh, look at the drops, Ryan. Look at the drops, it's so exciting. Sort yourself out, you're a flipping adult. Fuck me. Raspberry jelly, getting excited by droppers. Jesus. The true definition of DIY connoisseur vape fac. 0.35 grams, let's go, of the raspberry jelly I'm on now. That'll do. He's going to drop down by 0.01 anyway, innit? Always does. TFS, you can go back up there. Raspberry jelly, you can go on the tub. And then we've got the vanilla custard. Let's not get this one wrong, shall we? Yeah? Let's not get this one wrong. I like waving bear. Bear waif. Waif bear. Bear waif. Nah, bear. Waving bear. I'm going to call it waving bear. Big up you, John. Big up you, John. 3%, so that's 0.3 grams. Alright, that's him. Get rid of that cuff. You can go back in there. And then it's the Mega Sweet. Add some of that Mega Sweet Fizz, 0.25. There we go. And then it's the PG, which I have here. 2.32 grams. Ooh, a little bit heavy on the PG there, mate. A little bit heavy on the PG. Oh, Ryan! Right, never mind. I just spilt it, as you saw. As you saw. So, it is public. What are you talking about? Oh, have I not saved this public? Right, so that was the worst pour I think I've ever done in my life. And I knocked it over, spilt some of the flipping concentrate out. That was not a successful mix, ladies and gentlemen. But we got through it anyway. Let me... Is it not public? What do you mean? It's, yeah, that's, oh, save it. There we go. Oh, I haven't named it yet. I'm going to call it Waving Bear. I'm going to call it Waving Bear. I just like Waving Bear, mate. Waving beer. There we go. Now that is now available, but I will flash him up on screen now, so anybody that might want to see it can. Whoa, what's going on there? This needs to be at the top. I'm moving everything around. It was an accident. And there's the waving beer recipe for anybody that might want to copy it down now, give it a try themselves. But if you stay tuned to the streams, at some point or another, once I've fed up, I will, all of the bottles that we've mixed on these little game bits, I will just give to somebody. Unless it's really good, and then I'll keep the recipe and sell it to somebody. Waving beer. 24 for the 4th, 60 VG. Skizzers. And that brings an end to this evening's proceedings, ladies and gentlebeans. I am going to order myself some, I'll put this in the tub here. Voila! Right, so for the remainder of this evening, I am going to go and order myself some Chinese, and I'm going to sit, eat my Chinese whilst playing Stardew Valley. Now, I don't know if any of you have ever played Stardew Valley. I got it on the Switch recently for 11 quid, and I'm not going to lie, it's a problem for me. I never knew a game about being a farmer could be so addictive, but I was warned it was addictive. I gave it a go, and now I'm addicted to it. Oops. Is any of you guys up to anything interesting this evening? Flavora can go over there. Or are you just chilling, waiting for your lot's Friday to come? Whatever any of you are up to, I hope you have a good evening. Sleep. That's a good idea if you've got work tomorrow, bro. You should definitely do that. I'm not at work tomorrow, so I'll be staying up late playing Switch. I'm back in the shop on Saturday. If you don't know, get to know. www.the-e-cig-shop.uk. Stop by if you're in Chesterfield. Chesterfield's premier vape destination. And I'm back in on Saturday. And after work on Saturday, so it's the first time, exclusive, after work on Saturday, I will be going live from the shop just to give some stuff away. We'll play some games and have a bunch of I've had shop testers, random pod kits, bits and bobs have just been gathering that I just don't use, but somebody else can make good use of them. So play some games, give some stuff away as prizes. Might have some deals on pod kits and salts for you, I don't know. But that's going to be after 5 o'clock. And it's going to be done well in time for the Saturday show to go live. And me not step on their toes, because why would I want to do that to those guys? They're solid guys. So see you Saturday, if not sooner. And have a good weekend, peeps. Take it easy. Now I need to figure out how to end this. Yeah. And I'll be back next week for some more of this stuff as well. So yeah. Peace.